You are Rebecca Ann Guidry. Good morning, Miss Guidry. Ma'am, you're charged with theft by check. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
The defendant issued a check to HEB on April 16, 2023 in the amount of $400.54 as payment for numerous items. The bank returned the check marked insufficient funds, and complainant provided a copy of the demand letter sent to the defendant, which was not responded to. The demand letter was sent by a first-class mail with the affidavit of service attached.
Okay. She has a prior one as well. Is this one from HEB as well?
Let me see, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I work as a substitute front desk clerk at a hospital in the doctor's office.
Okay. Can you afford a lawyer, ma'am? All right, I'll have you fill out an application. I'm sorry. Don't worry, ma'am. Just
Check the account.
stop. Don't, please don't. I mean, I've got a bunch of DAs here and I don't want you to say something, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you an application. We'll have you fill it out. I just don't go back to the HEB, please, okay? That's all I'm gonna ask you now. I am making it a condition of your bond, okay? Not while the case is open, ma'am, okay? I'll provide you with a lawyer today so that you'll be able to speak about how to go forward, okay? All right, please, Steve. Are you Omar de Jesus Guzman Lopez? Sir, you're charged with falsifying drug test results. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay, all right.
On August 2nd, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop in accord to an illegal tinted front windshield and 18% window tint on the front windows measured by a tint meter. The driver was identified as the defendant, and when the defendant was advised the reason for the stop, he said, "I don't care, you give me a ticket for it." And the defendant admitted to smoking the marijuana the day before and gave verbal consent to the officer to search the vehicle. A clear plastic bottle containing a golden liquid was found in the driver's side door. The officer identified the liquid as synthetic urine. Another container of golden liquid was found in the center console. The defendant denied knowing what they were several times. The defendant stated that the synthetic urine was used for drug testing.
Are you showing him on probation or parole for anything?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Lopez, I see that you do have a lawyer at this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you take a seat. Your case is getting up there, so I'm just going to have him take a seat until Ms. Turner comes, and then we'll figure out how to go forward. Okay?
Sure.
Do not leave. All right? Okay, please. Okay. Mr. Saulnier, is that right? Saulnier? Saulnier? So you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that. Thank you.
On November 25th, 2024, officer conducted a traffic stop for a defective driver's side tail lamp in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle, and observed signs of nervousness, such as not making eye contact and soft speaking. The defendant stated there was nothing illegal inside the motor vehicle, such as marijuana, and denied consent to search the vehicle. While waiting for a K-9 unit, the defendant stated he had THCA in the motor vehicle, and that was why he was nervous to allow the search. The K-9 arrived, the officer had the defendant exit the motor vehicle, and the K-9 conducted an air sniff around the motor vehicle. The K-9 alerted the motor vehicle, and a search was conducted. The officer located a glass jar in the center console with a green leafy substance known to be marijuana based on training experience. The officer also located several empty dime-sized clear bags with an 8-ball logo in the center console, as well as one dime-sized bag with a leafy substance in the driver's side door. The defendant stated he did not eat any substance and the officer observed a green film on the defendant's tongue. The defendant stated the marijuana is THCA, which was not illegal, and that he bought the marijuana in clear bags, but the officer only observed one small piece of marijuana inside the bags. The weight of the marijuana found was 0.089 grams.
What was the stop for again?
For defective driver's side tail lamp.
Okay. Mr. Saulnier, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, sir?
23.
23. What do you do in life now?
I wash dishes and bus tables at a restaurant.
Okay. I don't want you using. I'm ordering you now not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm telling you now, it's not going to go well. You also are on probation for a very serious case, man. You know, you got to have a halo over your head when you're on felony probation. You know, really. You want to apply for an appointed lawyer, sir?
Some time to try to hire one.
Okay, I would get on it like tomorrow because you have another case that it's very possible they now file a felony warrant on you. So you got to be on the lookout. So I'll get on it quick. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Jamae. After that, well, I'll have you meet with Fleischer for your bond conditions. And then, oh, do you have a Texas driver license?
Sure.
Can you run his license, please? Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Sure.
Okay, as long as you have both, you can continue to drive. Otherwise, don't drive.
Eligible, Your Honor.
Is eligible?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. How are you? I see that he's trying to zoom in. I see it.
No, he can't move. He can't be moved from his house. I mean, he's in terrible condition.
I don't know what to tell you, but it's unacceptable. We've tried over and over to get him over here. He's got bond violations. He knows it. He's trying to thwart the system. It's unacceptable and it's not fair.
She was concerned, the company that operates the machine said they didn't know that the machine was defective. They said that,
Defective in that someone else is blowing into it.
well, from the explanation that he gave me is that nobody moved, and it's stuck, and that if anybody passing by the machine, it'll pick up, and then that whoever the camera picks up the screen. So there was nobody else that was blowing into that machine.
Can you download the pictures, please? Felicia.
It should be in your email, but if not, I can report it to you as well.
Regardless, he's supposed to be here. We've given him enough time. It's been a week.
He contacted the vendor and tried to say that the device was faulty, but the representative stated he's talking to you, having someone else work for him, and it's valid validation. So that's the email that I'm assuming he's talking about. They reached out to him, but the defendant is the one that stated that it was defective, not the company or if they were officers.
Do you have?
Add?
Where do you have that someone else is blowing into it? Felicia.
Like the report? Let me find the-
And the new machine that he has, ever since he got the new machine, he hasn't had any violations on the new machine. It's just that.
I don't know what to tell you, but Mr. Kelly's not here. You know, I think that we've been more than accommodating to him. And I don't know what else. I mean, it's just, he's supposed to be here like anybody else to address violations. We've been more than accommodating with him. And I just don't know what else we can do. So why is he not here now?
He can't get out of bed. He can't even leave the room. He has a
Resend it to you, Judge.
He has a bedpan. He has he can't really, literally can't move. I went to pick him up, like I promised the court that I would, but I saw him in this condition and there's just no way he can make it to court today. I mean, the only thing I can ask the court is if we could, because the doctor said he, you know, in the note that I showed the court yesterday, he has until the 13th of this month. I'm just asking that the court, if the court could reset this to the 13th, and then he'll be here. once he's released.
It's always one thing. We're gonna get here the 13th. He's still not gonna show up. So it's gonna be something else. My only concern if this someone else is blowing into the machine, and that's what I'd like to know. Because if it is, it's unacceptable and I'm not gonna put up with it. I mean, that's just. You let me know. I mean, I'd like to see pictures. I want to know if someone else is blowing into the machine.
I'm looking at them right now. I have like the screenshots in the email I forwarded, and they're covered, and then I'm not sure if this is the defendant or not, but it's the vendor that stated it's not him.
Which day?
And
then, can we-
The covered camera that someone else.
Can we show to, can you email to Mr. Bassi so he can see it as well,
Yeah, of course.
please? Can you take a look and just see what they're talking about, whether it's him or not? And then let's powwow again. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I did review the stills and they're all all of those between Jonathan and Kelly. However, the ones that are covered is what the issue here, but the stills itself are all Jonathan Kelly.
Do they look like him? I couldn't,
So
I didn't think-
I couldn't personally tell, but what I'm assuming that the vendor is talking about, because they're the ones that obviously confirm our device violations, is that due to the camera being covered in multiple instances, that they're thinking that, you know, that's either due to them just covering the camera, but most of the time it's due to somebody else blowing into the device, and that's why it's being covered. The camera.
okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm now modifying his bond conditions to put a scram on his ankle. I can't trust him to do what it's going to do, so I'll give him 2 days to get the scram on. He's got to come get it, but I can't trust him.
Just for, you know, the sake of my client, he did have a scram device at one point. There were no violations of the scram. And the scram caused some type of injury to his leg because of the swelling of his ankles. So. I mean,
He's
just-
covering the camera.
I
I should revoke his bond right now because he's not even here.
understand.
You know, I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of it. It's one thing after the other. He's covering the camera, which he shouldn't be doing. And he knows damn well he's not supposed to be covering the camera. I mean, there's a complete thumbprint all over the camera. I've repeatedly told him to come here. How on earth do I know that that he's stuck there? I mean, what proof do I have? Did you go to his house?
Yes, I did. I literally, like I told the court yesterday, I would go and pick him up. When I went there,
Okay.
he was in no condition to leave.
What does that mean? He was in no condition to leave.
He had one of those porta potties in his room because he just can't leave his bedroom. He had one of those urinals and you know, he was just in bad condition. He was in real bad condition.
I guess not bad enough to consume alcohol though, because he's testing positive, you know?
After the surgery,
There's no excuse. I don't care if you're having this, that. No alcohol means no alcohol. And having surgery doesn't justify it though. So I'm modifying his conditions now. He's got 2 days to get the scram on. If he doesn't get it on in 2 days, then I'm going to have another hearing and we'll see whether his bond gets revoked or not. But and I'm going to tell you now, I'm up to here with the excuses and I'm up to here with everything. No, I'm letting him know now. Shh. Jonathan Kelly.
I'm here.
I find your behavior while you are on bond in this court unacceptable. You have repeatedly violated the conditions of this court, trying to use illness as a method of consuming alcohol. I cannot trust you to use the camera because you are not doing it as ordered. So I'm now ordering you to come and get a scram device on your ankle. And I'm going to tell you now, there's absolutely no tolerance. The next time you test positive for any kind of alcohol, any kind of substance that you're not supposed to be using, I'm going to put you in jail. And I don't care if counsel is up here crying, pleading, begging, this, that, it makes absolutely no difference to me. But using illness to be able to consume is unacceptable. And I'm not going to tolerate it any longer. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm modifying the conditions. You must have the scram within the next 2 days. If you fail to have it, I'm going to revoke your bond. We will continue with court settings on the 13th. No more waived appearances. So he must appear here on that setting and we will go forward. How old is this case?
This case is back from,
It's 88 days.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that we probably get moving on it because if he does need treatment, prolonging the case is just delaying the inevitable, right? And I don't want to do that. If Mr. Kelly needs treatment, then I think that we need to get him moving on it. But when I find someone that continues to violate, that tells me a lot. So, okay, Mr. Kelly, you now are apprised of what your conditions are. No more violations. 3 strikes, you're out. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, are you reinstating? He has a warrant for his arrest now, misdemeanor warrant for his arrest now.
Did I not reinstate it the other day? I thought I
I
did.
did it yesterday, Your Honor.
Well, it still showed up as of this morning.
Who is it?
Kelly,
Yeah, it is reinstated.
it's reinstated. I reinstated it yesterday.
So Judge, are we taking away the portable and just adding the scram or?
Correct. Yeah. There's no need for the portable if he's got the scram. But scram first, and then you take the portable off. Okay. And I keep a close eye, please, because I want to know if he has any more violations. That's it.
oh yeah, no, in 2 days.
Did you want to ask?
Usually it's